This is the 2024 Acura ZDX Type-S. Is it the ultimate Acura experience? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm at OR Acura in Shreveport, Louisiana. We're going to give you the particulars on this ZDX Type-S. If you want to know more about it, check out the link in the description of the video. And if you come in and maybe you want to buy this model, tell whoever you talk to that you watched my video. That will give you the Vehicle Visionary discount only on new vehicles here at OR Acura, $500 off. What is the exterior color, you might ask? It's called Double Apex Blue, a very sharp color that really pops nicely here in the Louisiana sunshine. Very well accented by a lot of gloss black in just the right places, at least in my personal opinion. Now, one thing I really like here is the fact that Acura did pull off maintaining a very consistent look among Acura models when comparing them one to another with the ZDX. We're going to have our typical jewel eye LED headlights, the chicane LED daytime running lights, and I don't know how well you can see it, but right here is the illumination around the grille, or maybe I shouldn't call that the grille, but it is illuminated there, and hopefully it's picking up the pattern that basically is the same thing that you would see on Acura grills that are on other vehicles powered by gas engines. Now you will find some gloss black up here. Hopefully that does well with what it deals with driving down the road. That does tend to show a little more damage than things such as other colors, such as silver, like we have right there, but that does look nice. And overall, very nice body lines. Looks like an Acura, as it should. All-wheel drive, obviously. Let's talk about the tire and wheel size. 275 on our width, a 40 series sidewall, and those are 22-inch wheels. Now, something that's obviously very important for any EV is aerodynamics. You still have that helpful aerodynamic design here with these wheels to help keep the charge capacity up as high as possible for as long as possible, but they still don't look gaudy. I like that. You will find the 6-piston Brembo brakes and the yellow brake calipers here. That looks very nice. And we'll open this up to show you where the charge port is. Obviously, there are a few different options you can use for that, depending on what you want to do. And it will have the gloss black with our mirrors right here. Turn signal indicators built in. They are power adjustable, they're heated, and there is your blind spot information system. And I'll turn around here and give you a look at the remote. Definitely does not look like your typical Acura remote. You may or may not know why, but if you do, tell us down in the comments. Yes, I know the answer to that question. I'm just curious to know who else knows. Remote start is here. You can open and close your power hands-free tailgate and lock and unlock, and your panic button. Pretty easy to deal with. It is a proximity key with the walk-away feature. All that good stuff is here. Something else that you have with your body-colored door handles is going to be your passive entry right here on the front and rear doors. That way you can come to either door and unlock or lock all 4 doors from the front or the back. And again, that nice combination. We have the gloss black up here on the roof line, and down here on the lower area down here, we're going to have, again, that nice silver look. Going to have that metallic look to it. It looks so nice out here in the bright sunshine today. Body color on the shark fin antenna. And I know a lot of people don't even care about this. It would have been nice to see the rear window wiper maybe concealed away up here. I don't know. Just cleans things up, makes it look a little bit better to me. Maybe I'm a little more OCD than I realize on these things. We finished things off with the LED taillights. There's your Type S logo, obviously the ZDX logo, and you know it's all-wheel drive. Now you're gonna have a very clean look back here, obviously no exhaust, and there's a very specific reason for that. Let's talk a little bit more about the power that is produced by this model and the other numbers that I know you're interested in hearing about. And one thing you won't find here is a front trunk or a frunk. What do you think about that? Some automakers producing EVs have discovered that a lot of owners don't use that area, so they're not offering it. 500 horsepower is what you're going to find here with the Type S. That means your 0 to 60 is going to be in 4.5 seconds. On the Type S, you will find a little bit lower driving range than you will with the A-Spec, so we're looking at 278 miles. How about your charge times? Up to 24 hours on a level 1 charger. Level 2 will take 3 to 8 hours, and a DC fast charger can give you a charge in as little as 30 minutes. Obviously, the level 2 is the best option for the longevity of the battery. Just depends on your situation and how quickly you need a charge. And a little trick for you right here that you might want to know about. Watch how long it takes after I kick my foot underneath the rear bumper there to open the hands-free tailgate. Just something to be aware of. That way you don't kick twice because it doesn't happen as quickly as you probably expect, and you basically reverse the process. 29.7 up to 63 cubic feet of cargo capacity. A bag hanger over here on the right-hand side along with cargo lighting. We'll also find cargo lighting and a 12-volt power outlet right there on that side. A little bit of storage underneath the floor and some space behind each fender well. To lower our seats, we're just going to use these buttons right here. Now, you're only going to lower the seats with these buttons. So in case you were curious about that, that is not going to have a power up feature. Not really a big deal because they're very easy to put back in place. But I did want to show you one thing. Now notice this is where the seats sit and lock into place. So what that ultimately means is that the seats have some recline built into them, but you can't actually change that positioning, in case you were wondering. Let's talk about what your rear seat passengers are going to find. Number one, the privacy shades that can easily be put in place, at least two-handed. I'm having a hard time doing that one-handed. There we go. And that's going to be on both doors. I'm going to take that down. Armrest, how does that feel? Let's see. It's pretty comfortable, I'd say. Nice materials throughout and nice large door bins right here. You can put a good sized bottle in there. Easy to deal with on that. Power windows, obviously, at all four corners. And something else that I like here for you parents, you have the latch system right here. All you do is just swing the cover up and out of the way, so you don't have to keep up with that. That's always a good thing. And there is a look at our panoramic sunroof. That front portion up there does tilt and slide open. And there is the shade that you can see right here that can be drawn forward to keep from having too much light come into the interior on a hot day such as what we have today. There's your fold-down armrest with the cup holders built in. And we'll find rear seat pockets on the back of each seat. Our third zone of climate control back here. We can control everything from fan speed to temperature. And obviously you can turn that on to auto if you want to. Heated seats as well on the outboard seats. Definitely don't need that today. A couple of USB ports and a power outlet, household power outlet right there. But the real action is in the front seat. I have a lot more to tell you about. And one of those things I have to tell you about is the sticker price. You can tell the people down in the comment section who ask about the sticker price but didn't watch the whole video that I gave it. Don't tell them the price. They need to watch the whole video. $75,450 is what you can expect to pay. And part of that price will include not only seat memory here on the driver's side for the driver's seat, but also over there on the passenger side. At that price point, I would expect that. That's a good thing. Heated and ventilated power adjustable seats here in the front seat area. And something else, this button right here, I was saving this. You also have power folding side view mirrors, so that's good to know. And you know what else is here as far as lock and unlock, controlling your mirror position and controlling the windows, opening and closing those windows. So you're going to control quite a few things right here. Your positioning or the air suspension right here, different things such as lane keeping assist. It's all here. There's your power parking brake if you're looking for that. And you also have a tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. That is adjusted via the button right here, or the control. Here is your 11-inch digital instrument cluster. A very nice, clean look. That's good. Your head-up display is there. I hope you can see that. I'm going to show you how to adjust that shortly. Over here on the left-hand side of the steering wheel is going to be the turn signal lever. You might wonder if your vehicle has that. You might want to try that out next time you're driving. Could help people around you to know what you're doing. You also control the front and rear window wipers right there. I can't say anything sarcastic about those. Here's your shifter. So to operate that, when you pull back, it will go into neutral. Keep it pulled back, push up to go into reverse, or down to go into drive. And then you'll go into park right there. And your 11.3-inch touchscreen has integrated here a control for the volume and turning the radio on and off. Very easy to deal with. And you have a lot of camera views on the vehicle, which shouldn't be a big surprise, but there is a lot here. You can see literally everything you need to, from top to bottom, front to rear, side view mirrors, all that good stuff. You even have your overhead 360-degree view. That's always nice to have. And you can wirelessly pair your smartphone here. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, also Google Assistant. Let's go over here to charging and see what comes up right there in case you need to know about what's going on there. You can even set up a charging schedule if you need to. There's a lot you can do here as far as this model goes. You got your Wi-Fi hotspot. You can even go into climate right here. The good news about that is that that's not exclusive to the touchscreen. You can control all of the climate features right down here, turn the heated and ventilated seats on and off. That is a good thing. Nice to know that you don't have to worry about that as far as that goes. You do have Google Maps built in right here. That's going to help out. And you can see everything else that you have as far as that goes. Now, I'm going to go right here and show you what else you have as far as your child safety locks. You can turn those on and off right here. Kind of interesting to know that that's there. So they're on and you can turn them off. Now, if you want to adjust the head-up display, here's how you do that. You can change the brightness, the height, and the rotation. So quite a bit going on there. Easy to figure out, but just helps to know where that is. And you can see what else is here. Power window lockout, different things like that. It's all here. Very easy to deal with. And let me show you one more thing here. Right here, when we push this button, what does that do for us? Well, we can't do anything with it right now, but that's hands-free cruise. It's basically the same thing as Super Cruise with the GM brand of vehicles. It works the same way, very easy to deal with. Now, you have to be on a road, typically an interstate, with the proper lines on each side of your vehicle so that it can read those, but the vehicle is basically going to drive itself. It even drives better than some people around here do because it uses its blinkers instead of not using the blinkers. Now, down here, we'll find some connectivity as we have a 12-volt power outlet, and then we'll also have a couple of USB options. Now, you might wonder why there's no wireless charging pad here. Well, that's because it's located right down here in front of the center console. In fact, I really like this design because you basically put your phone in there and it just holds your phone in place. Let's see if we can get that to come on for us real quick. There we go. And your cup holders. And then your center console, how much space do you have down there? Well, actually quite a bit of space. So you can see that that is rather plentiful. We also have our rear view camera mirror. That can come in handy if you have 3 people sitting in the back seat. That takes a little bit of getting used to. Once you're used to it, it's not too bad. And we'll also have our upper console up here with all of the different controls for the sunroof and, well, everything else that you see up there. You know what that is. Pretty easy to deal with, pretty easy to figure out. And by the way, right here is your drive mode selector. So if you want to change your driving modes, let's take a look at what we have where all of that is concerned. I'll show you all of the different driving modes. You do have your individual if you want to use that. Sport, snow, normal, all of that stuff is going to be here. Pretty easy to deal with as far as that is concerned. You will also find ambient lighting. You can go to upper and lower ambient lighting and make changes however you wish to based on available colors. And you can also change that to link to the driving mode. And believe it or not, you do have engine sounds. Kind of interesting. You buy an EV, but you still want the sound of an engine. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to go to Vehicle, after we go into Settings, and then we're going to go to Drive Mode Customization, and right down here, Motor Sound. You can go with Normal, or you can go with Sport. Okay, here we go on our test drive. And I'll tell you what, you have to really be in the vehicle to appreciate the acceleration, but it definitely gets down the road with no problem. Won't get too far above the speed limit, but I tell you what, it is satisfying to step on the power pedal and just go. You can't really call it a loud pedal, can you? We'll just call it the powerful pedal. How about that? Good acceleration. No surprises there with 500 horsepower. Very enjoyable to drive. seems to have a good, comfortable ride, but you know the thing about that, number one, I'm on a pretty rough road. Number two, you can make adjustments, especially go into your individual mode, and you can set things up as you want. If you don't want the ride to be more firmed up, well, you can fix that. It's not a big deal. Very, very easy to deal with. Comfortable seats. I like the fact that you have a little bit of bolstering here. It's not too bad, maybe not the tightest I've experienced, but at the same time, this isn't really necessarily expected to have really strong bolstered seats. That's probably the wrong terminology to use, but it's all right. I think it will do the job okay. Now, I guess if I gained a little bit of weight, it'd probably do a little bit better for me. Maybe that's the problem. One way or another, a very enjoyable vehicle to drive, a lot of fun. And since there's nobody behind me, I'm going to slow down a little bit here. Let's make sure nobody is coming, because I want to see what it's like from a 30 roll to accelerate, which is right there. Sometimes it seems that 30 miles per hour is the perfect little sweet spot to see what the acceleration experience is ultimately like. And what about practical use? Well, the seats themselves do seem to be comfortable. I think I could be okay for the amount of time and distance that this model is capable of going, and the steering wheel is nice and comfortable as well. Easy to deal with your technology here. It is very, very simple to learn and use. That's a good thing. That's always a good thing, to have easy to learn and easy to use technology. Plus you have Google Assistant here, and you can ask a lot of different questions, get a lot of information. Pretty nice setup here. There's a lot here, that's for sure. If you plan to buy a ZDX, I'm curious, are you going to go A-Spec or are you going to go Type S? So tell me what you think about the 2024 Acura ZDX Type S. Is it the ultimate Acura experience? I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends at Acura for loaning me this ZDX for the day. And a special thanks to each and every one of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That always helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. That way you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.